नमस्कार मित्रांनो, स्वागत आहे तुमचं आपल्या या यूट्यूब चॅनलमध्ये. तुम्ही जर या चॅनलवर नवीन असाल तर सबस्क्राईब करायला विसरू नका. मित्रांनो, आज आपण बघणार आहोत वर्ग 12वा विषय इंग्रजी, चॅप्टर 1.5 द न्यू ड्रेस यामधील ॲक्टिव्हिटी A6, ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटी A6. चला तर मग सुरुवात करूयात. A6मध्ये दिलेलं आहे, गो टू लायब्ररी अँड रीड द फॉलोइंग बुक्स, की लायब्ररीमध्ये जा आणि खाली दिलेली पुस्तके वाचा. आणि त्या पुस्तकांची नावं दिलेली आहेत. अ हॉन्टेड हाऊस बाय व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ यांनी लिहिलेले हॉन्टेड हाऊस. आणि दुसरा आहे मिसेस डॅलोवे बाय व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ, पुन्हा व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ यांनी लिहिलेलं मिसेस डॅलोवे. तर लायब्ररीमध्ये हे पुस्तकं तुम्हाला अवेलेबल होतील ना होतील याचा विचार करून या दोन्ही पुस्तकांचा थोडक्यात सारांश, समरी तुमच्यासमोर प्रेझेंट करण्याचा हा एक छोटासा प्रयत्न करतो आहे. यातील पहिलं पुस्तक आहे अ हॉन्टेड हाऊस बाय व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ. अ हॉन्टेड हाऊस बाय व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ बोथ इज and is not a ghost story. In less than 2 pages of prose, Woolf explores, summons, and subverts the conventions of the ghost story, offering a modernist take on the genre. A Haunted House, which first appeared in Woolf's 1921 short story collection Monday or Tuesday. A haunted house is at once easy and difficult to summarize. How we analyze the story depends on which aspects we emphasize. In summary, the narrator describes the house where she and her partner live. Whenever you wake in the house, you hear noises, a door shutting, and the sound of ghostly couple wandering from room to room in the house. The narrator, whom we can assume tentatively is female, claims to be able to hear this ghostly couple talking to each other. It's clearly they are looking for something. "Here we left it," she said, and he added, "Oh, but here too." "It upstairs," she murmured. "And in the garden," he whispered. "Quietly they said, or we shall wake them." Next, the narrator describes reading a book outside while hearing the ghostly couple in the background hunting for this mysterious thing around the house. But as soon as she drops the book and goes to look for them, there is no sign of the ghostly pair, just the sound of the wood pigeons and the threshing machine. The narrator confides that you could never see the ghosts, just reflections of apples and leaves in the sunlit windows. The house itself seems to be speaking, saying something about buried treasure. The light is fading and the rooms are darkened. The narrator imagines the male ghost leaving the female one behind for some reason. It is now night time and the ghostly coupling continue to seek their joy. They appear to reminisce over the bed in bracket where the living present day couple now sleep, bracket close, where they once slept centuries ago. The narrator then imagines the ghostly couple standing over her as she sleeps and holding a lamp over the bed of the living couple. The ghosts pause, still seeking their hidden joy. Then the narrator wakes up and feels that she has solved the mystery and now understands what this buried treasure is, what the ghostly couple have been seeking: the light in the heart. A haunted house seems to be Ulf's attempt to convey the feeling of sensing something just on the edge of hearing or sight, something you cannot see head on but which you sense in the house with you, just on the periphery of your vision. We can probably all relate to the experience of being alone in a house and feeling that every creak, every hum, every far off sound betokens something, a ghost or an intruder, for instance. Wolf's story seeks to encapsulate that experience. The title, A Haunted House, is rife with potential irony, and it is only potential. For all we know, there may have been a ghostly couple in the house with the story's narrator. But it's suggestive that the narrator seems most attuned to the presence of the ghost when she is in states of semi consciousness or her mind is somewhere else, just waking up or engrossed in a book. For instance, consider the very first sentence of the story. Whatever hour you woke, there was a door shutting. Three things suggest themselves here, at least. First, the use of second person pronoun you attempts to involve us in the narrator's experiences, as if to suggest that we have all felt something similar to this. Things on the margins of our conscious experience. Second, the fact that she begins by talking about just waking from sleep, something that will come again at the end of the story, suggests waking from a dream. Third, the fact that she mentions waking at any hour is indicative of someone who might fall asleep at any moment, someone who daydreams in the most literal sense, falling asleep during daytime, and therefore arguably more prone to confusing dreams with reality. A haunted house might be described as a short story and in one way as a ghost story, but, but its language is almost that of a prose poem. The rhythmical prose, the rhythmical prose beats like a heart with a repeated refrain, safe, safe, safe. The pulse of the house beat softly. This mantra reappears later with softly changed to gladly and then again in the final paragraph as the couple are reunited with the adverb changed to proudly and pulse up to heart, and suggestively the tense shifted from past to present as beat morphs into beats. Safe, 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 the heart of the house beats proudly. Long years, he sighs. Again you found me. Here she murmurs, sleeping in the garden, reading, laughing, rolling apples in the loft. Here we left our treasure, stooping, their light lifts the lids upon my eyes. Safe, 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 the pulse of the house beats wildly. Waking, I cry, oh, is this your buried treasure, the light in the heart? Was it all a dream? The pulsing sound that beats through the prose, in its almost poetic rhythms, could almost suggest the quickening heartbeat of the narrator as she awakes. The accumulation of active present participles of sleeping, reading, laughing, rolling, and stooping only intensifies the here and now, the moment being crystallized in prose. That final phrase, the light in the heart, looks back to the use of both heart and light earlier in the same paragraph. Wolf's story positions itself neatly between dream vision and ghost story. reinventing both using the new style of modernism and the movement's interest in shifting tense and perspective. As with much modernist fiction, perception rather than objective reality is foregrounded. In an essay on Henry James' ghost stories, published in 1921, the same year as A Haunted House, Virginia Woolf called for new writers to find fresh and original ways of arousing fear and terror in readers of ghost stories. To admit that supernatural was used for the last time by Mrs. Radcliffe and that modern nerves are immune from the wonder and terror which ghosts have always inspired would be to throw up the sponge too easily. If the old methods are obsolete, it is the business of a writer to discover new ones. The public can feel again what it has once felt. There can be no doubt about that. Only from time to time the point of attack must be changed. Wolf sought to do with A Haunted House, a story which is both a ghost story and a repose to or analysis of the conventional ghostly tale. But given that final phrase, the light in the heart, it is also a love story. And given its relative plotlessness, its brevity, and its prose poetry style, barely a story at all. यानंतरचं जे पुस्तक आहे ते आहे मिसेस डॅलोवे बाय व्हर्जिनिया वुल्फ. Mrs. Dalloway, published on 14 May 1925, is a novel by Virginia Woolf that details a day in the life of Clarissa Dalloway, a fictional high society woman in post First World War England. It is one of Woolf's best known novels. Created from two short stories, Mrs. Dalloway in Bond Street and The Unfinished, The Prime Minister. The novel addresses Clarissa's preparations for a party she will host that evening. With an interior perspective, the story travels forward and back in time and in and out of the character's mind to construct an image of Clarissa's life and the interwar social structure. In October 2005, Mrs. Dalloway was included on Time's list of 100 best English language novels written since Time debuted in 1923. Here we see the plot summary of Mrs. Dalloway. Clarissa Dalloway goes around London in the morning getting ready to host a party that evening. The nice day reminds her of her youth spent in the countryside in Boughton and makes her wonder about her choice of husband. She married the reliable Richard Dalloway instead of the enigmatic and demanding Peter Walsh. And she had not the option to be with a close female friend, Sally Seton. Peter reintroduces these conflicts by paying a visit that morning. Septimus Warren Smith, a First World War veteran suffering from deferred traumatic stress, spends his day in the park with his Italian-born wife Lucrezia, where Peter Walsh observes them. Septimus is visited by frequent and indecipherable hallucinations, mostly concerning his dear friend Evans, who died in the war. Later that day, after he is prescribed involuntary commitment to a psychiatric hospital, he commits suicide by jumping out a window. Clarissa's party in the evening is a slow success. It is attended by most of the characters she has met throughout the book, including people from her past. She hears about Septimus's suicide at the party and gradually comes to admire the stranger's act, which she considers an effort to preserve the purity of his happiness. अशाच प्रकारचे नवनवीन व्हिडिओ पाहण्यासाठी या चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा. हा व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला आवडला असेल तर लाईक करा, मित्रांमध्ये शेअर करा. काही अडचण असेल तर कमेंट करा. हा व्हिडिओ अत्यंत काळजीपूर्वक व शेवटपर्यंत पाहिल्याबद्दल धन्यवाद. थँक्यू. थँक्स अ लॉट.